Good morning. So, in continuation of previous video, in this video, I'm going to explain self-correcting counters. So, in the previous video, I have explained the design of synchronous counter using check-if flip-flop. So, in this video, I'm going to explain self-correcting counters. So, what is self-correcting counters? As you know, in the counting sequence which we consider in the design, the two unused states are there. So they are 100 and 111. Means these states are not included, did not include. So suppose if this state occurs when the power is applied, initial states are unpredictable. It can enter into either of these unused state. So unused state. So what will happen? What will be the next state? We are not specified. We are not specified. What will be the next state? So solution to this, you should initialize prior only. What will be the next state if 100 occurs, and what will be the next state if 111 occurs? Correct? So again, this can be done by applying appropriate signal to asynchronous input terminals. That means flip-flops have two asynchronous input terminals. They are a preset and clear. By applying the appropriate signal, we can force them to be a preset state or set clear state. Correct? So again, noise may cause counter to enter into unused state. Unused state. Correct? So here self-correcting means if unused state occurs, what is the precaution we supposed to take? So counter in which all states are not included eventually lead to the normal counting sequence after one or more count pulses are applied. That means to say if not all states are not included, if any one of these occurs, by applying one or more pulses, it will go to a normal counting sequence. It will go to a normal counting sequence. Then that is called as self-correcting. Okay. So to avoid the hang up, that means some time is taking. Correct, as I said. So it leads to a normal counting sequence after one or more count pulses are applied. So to avoid this hang up, we should design as a self-correcting. That means we should priorly initialize. We should priorly initialize. Correct. So now we'll analyze what will be the next state. So in the previous video, we have designed the mode 6 counter using check-if flip-flop. No. So what will be the next state for unused state? So to obtain that, consider flip-flop input equations. These are the equations we derived. Correct? So consider one unused state, that is 100. Substitute these 100. That means Q1 value is 1, Q2 is 0, Q3 is 0. Substitute these values into flip-flop input equations and obtain what is the value of flip-flop inputs. See, for J1, Q1 into Q3, that is 0. K1 is Q2, so that is 1. So flip-flop inputs are J1 is equal to 0, K1 is equal to 1. Similarly, J3 1 since Q3 is 0. K2 is 1 since 1 is 1. J2 is 1, K2 is 1. And J3 is Q2, that is 0. And K3 is complement of Q1, that is 0. So both 0, 0. So upon the occurrence of a count pulse, see J1 K1 value, K1 is 1, so it's reset. Q1 reset. And J2 K2 value 1 1, so complement of present state. So here the Q2 is 0 and next state is 1. Toggles. And similarly J3 K3 0 0, so same as present state. Here Q3 is 0, so again it is also 0, same as present state, same state. So the next state is 0 1 0. Clear now? So this 0 1 0 is a valid sequence, valid state. So hence a valid state of the counting sequence is reached. So no problem. If unused state 100 occurs, it goes to the next state 010. Similarly, analyze for unused state 111. So your J1 is 1, K1 is 0. Right? And J3 is 0, K2 is 1. And J3 is 1, K3 is 0. So once the clock pulse occurs, since J1 is equal to 1 now, so Q1 reset, and since K2 is equal to 1 now, Q2 reset. Again J3 is 1 now, Q3 set. So the next state is 101. Okay. So again this is a valid state, and the valid state of the counting sequence is reached. Clear na? So for these unused state, these are the next state, and this is the complete state diagram. So this was the original state diagram. Now if unused state 100 occurs, the next state is 010 and continues. Suppose if 111 occurs, the next state is 101, and from there it continues. This is what self-correcting counters. Now we'll discuss some more points on self-correcting counters. Suppose counter having no unused state, then it is always self-correcting. It's always self-correcting. So why this happens? Because we are considered don't care. So if don't cares are associated with the unused state, okay, then the counter is not self-correcting counter. So that means, so when we obtain the expression for J1, K1, J2, K2, J3, K3, we consider unused state as don't care. So self-correcting is guaranteed by specifying the next state for each unused state prior to the construction of K-map. Clear now? This is about self-correcting counters. Now we'll discuss design of synchronous counter, mod 6 counter using clocked SR flip-flop. So again we need to consider application table of SR flip-flops. So see, to obtain the application table, we consider next state table. So this is the next state table of SR flip-flop. So it is S and R. So this is the application next state table of SR flip-flop. So S and R is the input, and we consider Q as a present state. Correct? Since three variables, 8 possible combinations. See, first two combination S and R 00. So next state is same as present state. Again in the next two combination R is 1, so it enters into reset state. In the next two combination S is 1, so it enters into set state. See, the next two combination SR is 1 1. SR is 1 1 means unpredictable, I mean forbidden state. So that we consider as a don't care. Okay. So here is the application table. So same thing, 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1 transition. So we need to identify the values of S and R. So here 0 to 0 transition occurs. So here 0 to 0 transition occurs. So that time the value of S is fixed to 0 and R is either 0 or 1. That is don't care. 0 don't care. And 0 to 1 means only one combination. So S value should be 1, R is 0. And 1 to 0, yeah, 1 to 0. So S is 0, R is 1. S is 0, R is 1. And 1 to 1, 2 combination. 1 to 1, 2 combination. So here S is either 0 or 1, but R must be fixed to 0. So S is don't care, R is 0. So this is the application table of SR flip-flops. So from the application table we complete third section of excitation flip-flops. So to complete S1 R1, observe transition from Q1 to Q1 plus. See, 0 to 0, 0 don't care. Again 0 to 0, 0 don't care. 0 to 1, 1 0. 1 to 1, don't care 0. 1 to 0, 0 1. 0 to 0, 0 don't care. And then S2 R2 will be completed by observing the transition from Q2 to Q2 plus. See, 0 to 1, 1 0. 1 to 1, don't care 0. 1 to 1, don't care 0. 1 to 1 to 0, 0 1. 0 to 0, 0 don't care. 0 to 0, 0 don't care. Similarly, S3 R3 by observing the transition from Q3 to Q3 plus. Okay. 0 to 0, 0 don't care. 0 to 1, 1 0. 1 to 0, 0 1. 0 to 1, 1 0. 1 to 1, don't care 0. 1 to 0, 0 1. Correct? So the next step is Boolean expression using K-map. So similarly, as we followed in the last design using JK flip-flop. Consider Q1, Q3, Q3 as input and S1 as output. So write the three variable map of variable Q1, Q2, Q3, and these are the entries. For 0 cell, 0, for 2, 0, for 3, 1, for 6, don't care, for 5, 0, 1 and 0, and 4, 7 unused, so don't care. So here one pair is possible. So this is the expression. This is the expression. Clear now? So similarly, by considering R1 column, write the K-map, do the entries, and here one quad is possible. So the expression is Q2 bar. And by considering S2 column, do the entries into K-map, and here one pair is possible. So expression is Q2 bar, Q3 bar. Okay, that means for this pair. So here this is also possible. Combining 0 and 2 is also possible. If you do that, Q1 bar, Q3 bar, either expression, either expression. Similarly, for S2, consider R2, consider R2 column, and this is the corresponding K map, and this is here one quad is possible. So the expression is Q1. Similarly, for S3 column, corresponding K map, and here one pair is possible. So the expression, this is the expression. Similarly, for R3 column, this is the corresponding K map. Here one pair is possible. So the expression is Q1 bar Q3 bar Q3. Clear na? So for these expression, we write logic diagram. See, this is the corresponding logic diagram. So for S1, we need one AND gate. So input to the AND gate is Q2, Q3. Observe the line. This is Q2 and this is Q3. And R1 is Q2 bar. See, to the R1 is Q2 bar is connected here. Similarly, for S2, one AND gate. Input to the AND gate is Q3 bar and another one is Q2 bar. And R1, R2 is Q1. R2 is Q1. And S3 is Q2, Q3 bar. So here one input is, this is this line. No? Yeah, this line is derived from here. Q3 bar and another line Q2. Another line Q2. And R3 is Q1 bar Q3. See, this is Q3 and this is Q1 bar. Clear na? So this is a procedure to design using SR flip-flop. Thank you.